News at 6.
We are just about an hour away from President Donald Trump taking that stage inside Rupp Arena. And there's, of course, a live look at the crowd. Many of those folks have been inside for more than 2 hours now. Governor Bevin arrived around 4:15 to a standing ovation inside Rupp Arena. Now, we'll have a live report from there in just a moment, but moments ago, we want to tell you the president touched down at Bluegrass Airport on Air Force One. This is a live scene there. I don't think the president has departed the plane yet, but there you see Air Force One on the ground there at Bluegrass Airport. Now, his visit, of course, comes on the eve of Election Day. Supporters waited hours to catch a glimpse of Airport Force One at the airport. The director of public safety at Bluegrass Airport says they've been working on this arrival for about 10 days. They've had multiple presidents fly into Lexington, and it requires them working with Secret Service to keep everyone safe. They also say despite everything going on this evening, they do not anticipate much impact on other flights.
Will be minimal for the few minutes that he's on the ground and in transit from the airport to the downtown location, but we don't expect any flight delays or any other impacts to our other customers.
Now, as we showed you moments ago, thousands of people have already packed Rupp Arena for that rally that starts around 7 o'clock. The president's visit is not just a rally cry for Governor Bevin, but a chance for the sitting president to re-engage his base before his re-election bid next year. For that part of the story, we're joined live by WIMT's Will Puckett, who will be listening to the president's speech tonight. Will?
Steve, welcome inside a loud Rupp Arena where chants of 4 more years just wrapped up as we are roughly an hour away from when President Trump will take the stage right behind me. Now, like you said, this is a Keep America Great rally, meaning this is part of the president's 2020 re-election campaign. That being said, the timing of this rally is interesting. Tomorrow at 6 a.m. in the morning, polls will open in the Commonwealth for the general election where Republican incumbent Governor Matt Bevin is facing a tough re-election bid. We talked with President Trump's campaign press secretary, who says the relationship between the governor and President Trump is incredibly important to Kentucky's success. Here is a little bit of one of her quotes that we have. It's a strong working relationship, and it's incredibly important because the president on the federal level can institute policies that will help lower taxes and keep more money in Kentuckians' pockets. Now, we already have had a few speakers, including State Representative Chris Fugit from Hazard and Harlan counties, who offered the prayer tonight. Daniel Cameron, the Attorney General candidate on the Republican ticket, has spoken. Then Senator Rand Paul came in tonight, and then Governor Matt Bevin. Again, all of this is leading up until 7 o'clock when President Trump comes in. Earlier today, we got to catch up with some people who were standing in line. We send it out to Connor James, who's outside for more. Connor.
Yeah, there's been a constant inflow of people actually passing by here the last few minutes. It's still going to be a packed house, it looks like. And as we talk to a lot of these people who had been walking in, people we talked to out during the rally, they say they have their mind set. If Trump endorses Bevin, that's who they're going to be voting for. And that's going to be some crucial numbers for Bevin as we're just a few hours away from the election day actually kicking off. The mood around this rally is like a lot of President Trump's rallies. Supporters and vendors out in full force.
When she told me I had to come.
But Monday's visit to the Bluegrass carries a different tone.
Trump coming and supporting him is going to give Matt Bevin the support that he needs to get reelected.
While it is billed and handled by the Trump campaign, tonight's rally is about helping out a friend of the administration.
We're seeing Governor Bevin because he is trying very hard to help Kentucky out.
Many of the supporters we talked to said they're big fans of President Trump and plan to vote for Governor Bevin tomorrow.
All his supporters will help Bevin, once Trump comes and does his little speech.
While the governor is in a tight battle with Attorney General Andy Beshear, many of his supporters say his alignment with the man speaking Monday night will get the job done.
I think Matt goes right along with Trump, so yes, that will help.
And as we inch closer to the polls opening, the Bevin campaign hopes these supporters of the president are right. Now, the president's speech, like we've been saying, will start at 7. We're hoping to have some sort of rebuttal from Attorney General Andy Beshear after the fact. Nonetheless, this is gearing up to be a pretty bitter battle come tomorrow.
All right, Connor, James, and before that, Will Puckett, thank you very much. And again, we will carry President Trump's remarks live. Our coverage starts at 7 o'clock. Now, it's not all supporters for President Trump in downtown Lexington. There are plenty of protesters in downtown. A large crowd gathered inside Triangle Park earlier, and organizers fundraised to bring what's called Baby Trump to Lexington. Many of the protesters say they feel deflated with both Matt Bevin and President Trump. Their hope is their T-shirts and signs will all send those messages.
I hope people feel affirmed and seen, that there are people who will stand up for them, that not everybody, even though we are in a really red state, that there are people here who believe in freedom of speech and being on the side of the people and not upholding racist, fascist values.
There's a lot of people who say once President Trump takes the podium inside Rupp, they will remain there. And now we will hear from Attorney General Andy Beshear hopefully a little bit later in our newscast. We're still trying to get that report in from Western Kentucky, but we will hear from Attorney General Beshear in just a little bit. Now, voter turnout for tomorrow is projected to be about 31%. We crunched some numbers. Since 2010, the average voter turnout statewide for the general election is 43%. The top 5 counties for average turnout is Franklin, Woodford, Carlisle, Marshall, and Washington counties, none in eastern Kentucky. They are all above 50%. The bottom 5 is Christian, Lewis, Fulton, Clay, and Pike counties. Both Governor Bevin and challenger Andy Beshear put an emphasis on eastern Kentucky leading up to today. Many view the mountains as a key battleground area. So today we are asking on WYMT.com who you plan on voting for. And let's see, it looks like Governor Bevin is in the lead right now, 56 to 35%. But as you can also see, there are several people still saying they are undecided as we are just hours away from Election Day. Those polls will be open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can visit govoteky.com to find your voting location and see a sample ballot. After you vote, stick with WYMT on air and online for minute-by-minute results.
Well, it's been a nice day today. We're looking at another nice day as we head into your election day as well. We'll go ahead and take you to a few of those cameras. Interstate 64 in Moorhead, you could see earlier, saw those beautiful blue skies. And yes, it is now dark outside at 6 o'clock and the beautiful sunset on top of Buffalo Mountain as we see that light go behind the mountain here in Perry County. Temperatures starting to drop. You can see those lower 50s, Harlan, Middlesboro, upper 40s already over into Jonesville and Wise. Rest of us into about those mid to upper 50s from Jackson, Prestonsburg, even down into parts of Williamsburg. We've seen a few more clouds for our friends down along that Kentucky, Virginia, and even for that Tennessee border as well. So that's made that area just a little bit on the cooler side. But for tonight, we'll drop into the upper 30s to lower 40s with mostly clear skies. We'll see a few more clouds and maybe some stray rain chances for your election day. Overall, looking like a pretty good day. I'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit.
All right, Paige, thank you. I want to go back live to Lexington, where President Donald Trump has just left the plane, left Air Force One. You can see there he's being greeted by several folks. See Senator Mitch McConnell there and several other folks. He is pretty much on time. He was expected to land about 5:55, and that's about when he landed. So we expect everything to go on as planned. Of course, it will take him a few minutes to drive from Bluegrass Airport there in Lexington to Rupp Arena, where this rally will take place. It's scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. Again, we will have live coverage here on WYMT. Open enrollment for the 2019 Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or LIHEAP, began today. This program helps families in need of heating assistance across Kentucky. LKLP is prepared to help the anticipated 4,000 or more applicants in their region who will need assistance this winter.
We don't run out of money or anything like that. And we do actually ask people to call their local community action agency office to see what day we do it by the head of household's last name.
Everyone that meets the eligibility requirements receive a benefit in the form of a voucher. Enrollment ends on December 13th. Officials from the Knox County Sheriff's Department say someone robbed the Cannon A&B Quick Stop this weekend. That suspect shown here got away. WYMT's Katie Cook talked to an official with the Sheriff's Department today. They say they are still searching for that suspect.
The robbery happened around 5:30 Sunday morning.
The guy had a mask, a hat, and a hoodie on. You couldn't make his face out. You could just see his eyes.
Police believe the person in this picture stole $3,000.
The store clerk done what I would have done. You know, you're out in an area like that.
With the store being out in the county, it can take longer for law enforcement to arrive.
It's kind of out in sort of a secluded area.
The manager of a different 24-hour convenience store nearby says she has not faced a robbery in her many years of working.
It's never safe. You never know. But you just have to take precautions, tell your workers to watch out for each other.
Because in that situation, there is not much you can do.
If they come and want the money, you have to give it to them. It's not worth your life.
And as for the robbery at the A&B Quick Stop, officials say a getaway car was parked nearby.
They actually parked the vehicle in the neighboring driveway.
And they are still working to identify the suspect. In Knox County, Katie Cook, WYMT Mountain News.
Officials from the Sheriff's Department are asking those who live nearby the A&B Quick Stop to check any surveillance cameras they may have to help identify the car used in the robbery. Police in one southern Kentucky town want to know who may have laced some Halloween candy with marijuana. Parents say when their children opened candy after trick-or-treating Saturday night in a Williamsburg neighborhood, it smelled of pot. Those parents immediately flushed the candy down the toilet and called police. They say it's under investigation where the child got the candy and who may be to blame. Police say they believe it was an isolated incident and they received no other complaints, but they encourage all parents to check their children's candy.
Because you never know. You know, these days and times, it's sad. I mean, it's really sad to even think that something like that would happen.
The mayor says reports they received of laced candy being sold at one of their discount stores was proven to be false.
And we could see a few stray rain chances as we head into your election day, but the best chance is going to be Thursday and Friday as that cold front moves in. I'll have those details coming up in just a little bit.
And we'll have Andy Bashir coming up and also an update on a prayer rally tonight in Pike County.